That's a weird... It's a strange quirk that happens a lot in games that have choices in them, but also seems to happen a lot in BioWare, and even in this game in particular, is the thing where they're like, you shoot like 30 or 40 or 50 people, killing them all one by one, and then you get to the ringleader, who's also shooting you, and they're all like, should you spare them, or should you kill them? Here's a contrived scenario where you somehow have a choice this time, but you didn't have choices for all the other 50 people. And I'm like, why does he... special treatment? It's weird.
I don't think I properly thanked you for the rescue back there. So, thank you.
Have you used those gas pods yet?
Running more tests as we speak. I think I can repurpose a small amount as a defensive measure against scavengers. Although I think that might upset some of the locals. They like a fight once in a while.
So... you and Cash?
Yeah, we actually knew each other before we came to Helios. But it wasn't until we worked together on the Nexus that we really got close. I really care about her, Ryder. Drac doesn't hate me, does he? I'm right here, and no, I don't. Actually, I have a favor to ask you, Ryder.
What kind of favor?
Well, I, developed a certain kind of flowering plant, and I might have named it after Cash. I was thinking, the next time you're on the Nexus, maybe you could give it to her from me? Seriously?
Consider me your wingman.
And tell her this flower couldn't grow on Tachanka, but has a new life here. Just like us.
What are you working on in here?
Mostly developing hardier strains of Milky Way plants, so they can survive here. Mixed results so far. Fruit-bearing plants seem to do the worst, unfortunately. At least with a vault online, my job is a little easier.
See you around, Vorn.
Come back soon.
You ever seen a Krogan scientist? Didn't think so. Oh wait, they're in every game.
Pathfinder, thanks for rescuing Vorn. If anything had happened to him, I don't know how I'd live with myself.
Just be careful, Hark.
Yeah, learned my lesson.
Know anything about those crazy plants out on the dunes?
The red ones? Well, there used to be a lot more of them.
What do you mean?
You see all those red banners outside? The red paint on the walls? Yeah? The crushed leaves make a perfect dye. Other than that, not much use. Pretty to look at, though.
How's research going?
Slowly. We're fine on Eladon, but plants aren't. They need a better defense against the elements. I want to experiment by crossing vegetation with the native animal life on Eladon.
From what I've seen of the wildlife, those will be some exciting plants.
Now I just need to convince Vorn. He thinks it's too dangerous. I guess there's a chance of breeding carnivorous plants like the ones back home, but it's worth the risk.
Be careful, Hark.
I know. I will.
Yeah, I feel like Hark somewhat weakens the idea that the entire Krogan colony and the seed, everything would be useless without Vorn. He seems like he has a working knowledge that is compatible even. Is there no texture loading here?
Been too long since I had to use a rifle.
Whoa, there's no texture. It's just a white cliff. None of the texture's loaded in. Oh, that's a weird sight. Yeah, it looks like I'm back in Snowland, but that's not snow, that's just... There's no texture loading in, it's just the, dynamic... It's just like the shadow part that's showing, and then the rest is just white. Oh, that's weird looking. Because you can see where it stops and becomes normal rock. There, where it is loading. Huh. Weird detail. But yeah, maybe it's just me, but I'm definitely getting tired of, shooting like 50 people, and then sparing the boss at the end. As if that's somehow like an arbitrary difference that matters enough. Like, no, he's the most responsible for all the people that just died. Officer, Vorn Jerky, updated. Just like to offer clarification, it was brought to my attention that while Clay Corton uses Pyjack sauce as a general term for any flavored liquid topping meant to be reminiscent of the classic sauce, some people assumed that this was real sauce made from genuine Pyjacks. That is not the case. The sauce on the jerky is a family recipe adapted to, for our new home here, and I'd serve it to my own clan with pride. Offer, custom microfabricator, Karis Jin Sin Luke. Good working condition, uses interlocking brick system to generate custom designs patterned as needed. Comes with instructions for template work. No reasonable offer refused. Warning, don't step on the pieces. Offer, Vorn Jerky, updated. As an additional clarification, I should point out that there are no Klixen in this galaxy. It is impossible for them to have been involved in the roasting process of this Vorn Jerky. Klixen style was not intended to mean that the meat has been flash roasted at high temperatures and then tenderized with an acid bath to lock in the flavor. I apologize for any confusion. Wanted, Corton Edwood's head. Dambra Jown. Don't care how you kill him. Don't care what shape the head is in. Can be attached to the body or in pieces for all I care. Just shut him up for good. Offered upon delivery. Ryan Cole, 1 bottle real. So that last loyalty mission had me wondering, to some extent, what's going on with Krogan armor anyway? What's it made of? It looks super thick. Like it's a ridiculous shield of metal around their body, it looks like. And they have, like, plated bodies themselves under the armor. I'm wondering, can you hold a Krogan at gunpoint from behind? Like execution style? Like threatening to headshot them? Because that's what happened a second ago. Let's go talk to Brink. What happened a second ago is that guy was being held at gunpoint like he was going to be shot if we didn't let the guy escape. But, like, he's in armor, so, like, can you headshot a Krogan and kill them that way? It seemed like they talk about Krogans taking, like, 50 billion bullets to take down, like they're supposed to be super badasses and unstoppable. So, I can't help but feel like a point-blank, like, execution-style shot from a regular-looking gun through their most thick-looking piece of armor on their entire body just doesn't seem like an actual hostage situation. I was distracted from the, Oh, that's interesting. Oh, it's these bets again. Alright. Oh, they're invisible. Freaky. Also, probably not great for spectators. But, I found myself thinking in the moment, it distracted me from the scene itself, was just like, I'm like, is he in danger? I can't tell. I feel like if that was Rex, he would have just taken the shot to the head, and it would have just, like, bounced off his plate and like, whatever. Notice. Social interactions. Gulnaz Bin. Alright everyone, most of you are used to either gender-segregated camps back on Tuchanka or mostly male mercenary work off-world. But now we're all together, and it's time for us to make the most of this problematumity. The females sending breeding requests, and males asking many questions about fertility. We've had some good dialogue so far, and in most cases everyone has already recovered from their injuries. To that end, we've added some mandatory cultural education. Blasto 6, Partners in Crime. Notice Blasto and Blasto's partner sister agreeing to engage in mating rituals. Blasto's partner does not attempt to assert authority over his sister or shoot Blasto for mating with his sister without permission. Fleet and Flotilla. Belicus and Shalai are good models of behavior of a couple that is interested in courting despite cultural differences. Do not sing, though. Nobody sings while mating. That's just a thing they do in vids sometimes. I cannot stress that enough. Can't hardly wait. Oh my god, that pun. Now, I know some of you got offended by having a young Krogan court a human female, but since the vid is literally about a Krogan male trying to learn appropriate courtship behavior, you are all going to shut up and watch it. Also, Vega Bull Jr. does a great job. Oh my god. That's too blatant of a joke. Vega Bull Jr. does a great job as the human female's father, and should be made an honorary Krogan. Alright, so There's a voice actor named Freddie Prinze Jr. who plays James Vega in Mass Effect 3 and Iron Bull in Dragon Age Inquisition, so they called him Vega Bull Jr. as one of the most blatant weird references I've seen so far. Freddie Prinze Jr. plays Vega and Iron Bull. Weird. Okay. Sorry, Confession 26, True Blue, couldn't hurt. After that, we recommend that you try some edutainment in the form of one of the dating sim vids available at any kiosk. I can think of few better ways for us to learn about romance than by playing an interactive game on the subject. Notice turret upgrades. Updated. Wixcarin. Did you all see how my turret blew up an entire Ket gunship? I mean, yes, I'm pretty sure you saw it, because apparently the explosion damaged the optic nerves of some males who weren't wearing the safety goggles. Males, the goggles are your friends. Trust the goggles. I'm off to Apex training, but I've left the codex. I've left the codes, and you can contact me for help if they're killing everything too fast and making the rest of you pyjacks look bad. You're all the best Krant a female could ask for. Let's show this galaxy what we can do. Also, keep those IFFs up to date. I installed a behavior algorithm where the turret actually gets happy when it kills things, like Blood Rage, for a turret, and I'm pretty sure it works as intended, but you never know. Have fun. Community, new fathers, Cormorin. Any other males who have kids interested in getting together? Now that we're supposed to raise them along with the females instead of just visiting, I have a lot of questions. Let's get together with the little ones and figure out how to do this. And maybe let's keep it safe. No explosive rounds, alright? Contact poster for information on meetup times. I love that idea. They're like, let's bring the kids together and, you know, shoot things. It fits a bit. Although it also questions the idea of like how hardy they are via the thing I was questioning a second ago with the back plates and everything. I gotta say, up there with what's his name? Why am I thinking Scott? His name's not Scott at all. Boy, oh boy. Not even. This isn't even a joke. I cannot think of the human party member's name right now. It's just blanking really hard. Oh, I can spend some combat points. Well, anyway, aside from that one really funny mission, like, I think the Krogan emails are actually, like, one of my favorite parts of the game. It reminds me of old BioWare a bit. Sniper rifle damage and force, or improves rate of fire stability and reload time for 5 seconds after killing an enemy with a sniper rifle. So, rate of fire boost, that's not really useful because I only fire once. Stability boost, reload speed. I think I would just go for damage and force. Make it more likely to actually get kills with the sniper shots. And now comes the point where I don't know. I guess we'll start doing assault rifles. There we go. Yeah, I really enjoy the most of these Krogan emails we're seeing in the bulletins, including the especially the ongoing mating ritual stuff, where they're just like, "Oh God, how do we deal with the fact that the males and females are together in colonies now? We don't know what to do." Could use more of those touches, those blasto moments. Because I had a great time in Mass Effect 3 just standing in front of that damn blasto billboard and just clicking on it over and over again. Shotgun damage versus health threshold, damage at low health, and weapon fire rate. So he's better at low health or just better all the time. Jack's shotgun is now uses incendiary ammo, dealing more damage and affected enemies are primed for combo. Yes. Yes, I want constant combo detonation primes. Yes. If knocked unconscious, Drax automatically recovers after a short time. Health on revive, shields on revive, and initial time before revive. Initial time before revive. I'm not sure what that means for sure, but I think it means 60 seconds before it can work again. That's weird phrasing. I think they could phrase that better. Improve Drax maximum health and shields, also improves his damage when he's near death. So 25% more health and shields and a double damage effect when he's close to dying. Or just a general livability boost. Definitely tempting to go for this one just because I prioritize my characters living longer in many cases. But this does that while also giving him a quirky bonus that could be worth... I'm going to go for it. For once, I'm getting a near-death effect. Unusual for me. Blood Rage just maxes you out. When Drax near death and he's not done, and has not done so recently, he ignores any recharge times and enters Blood Rage automatically. That's neat. Yeah, this one says recharge speed 60. Like it seems like that's saying the same thing as the other one that was every 60 seconds, but phrasing it differently or something. Each time Drax defeats an enemy while raging, his fury lasts even longer. 5 more seconds per kill. I feel like he can't be killing people that frequently though. It's not like we have giant hordes of enemies. That's a relatively minor boost. So I'm gonna go for the near-death one again, actually. Yeah, we don't have gargantuan combat scenarios with tons of enemies. Like, there's only so many people, and I'm getting a lot of the kills myself. So like having on-kill effects on my teammates feels like they'd mostly not do stuff. Damage in force or radius. Let's make it stronger. That's gonna be it for now, Drac. How about PB? 26 points already, huh? Oh, right, we're still waiting on your loyalty mission, aren't we? Well, I can only spend 16 points on maxing these ones out, so I should probably go points into something else, like Invasion. Invasion now lasts longer and spreads to more distant enemies. Or debuff on enemies' strength or defense. This just is more exciting, frankly. Alright. Save up the rest so I can buy the rank 6s when her loyalty mission done. Is she the last one? I think I did Vetra's, right? I did do Korra. I did Liam, that's his name. There we go. I did Jaws. I think PB is the last remaining loyalty mission. I think.
Raven or Brank?
Quiet. Anyone tells Morda I'm talking to you and I'm kicked out.
Spit out what you know, and I'll take it from there.
Okay, okay. I said quiet, not rude.
What?
Did you see the crashed ship as you landed? Morda's after the drive core.
That's Remnant. No way she can use it.
What are you talking about? She's building a bomb.
With a drive core as a power source? Sam?
Dangerous to those handling it, but in the end, very possible.
Demolition teams have been busting down walls for months, battling those robots and scavengers. Lots here want peace with the Nexus. If Morda gets that drive core, boom, it's over. Now get away from me.
Thanks, break.
She's after the drive core. Planning on making a big bomb.
Did that Krogan just call me rude? Seriously? A Krogan?
I think a rude Krogan is the least of our worries.
No, I know. Let's go see about that drive core.
Did he call me rude?
Team Rin call.
I don't think I heard him, honestly. Got a Rin call? Oh, team managers for the two groups that are gonna fight.
Nexus, how about you? Eladon ain't a place for wimps, but it's kicking your human ass. Yeah, ha! No thresher maws on Earth to practice on.
I do okay.
I'd like to see it. Next time we go out looking for fiends, we'll take you.
Fiends? Yeah, they're tough. How about we find an architect? Throw that in the mix.
Now we're talking. Might kill us, but that sounds fun. You're okay, Nexus.
Yeah, I've maybe killed like 3 of those already. It is funny to encounter the Krogans so late in the game because they're all humans are pathetic and we're so badass and everything, but I've already long since proved my character as being like the single most lethal thing in the entire game. Just a walking death machine, just horrifying. You haven't done much at the beginning of the first Mass Effect, and you encounter Rex pretty early. So you can kind of buy that he's like some sort of badass and you can't quite keep up maybe. And you have to sort of rise to the occasion as the game goes on, but when you reach the Krogans this late in the game, you're like, no, have you seen what I've done in this game?
At least the scavengers haven't attacked us yet.
I think part of the reason why that one lady's voice doesn't work. I went that way already, didn't I? I can double check. I think the one reason why the leader of their group's voice doesn't work for me...
to live for myself than to see this place go the same way as Tachanka.
Don't be stupid. Morta will find her way.
Man, the way they use voice filters makes almost every voice sound the same. I think the issue is that if you recognize a voice, then it becomes really blatant how heavily filtered the voice is. Like, when it's just some voice, you can just kind of accept it, but when you know the voice actor immediately, you're like, okay, now the voice sounds silly because I can tell how ridiculously you've pitched it down compared to the voice I'm used to hearing. That's probably why it ends up seeming especially odd and funny when you encounter it in that context. Might be time to go. Get back out there. Now with significantly more dots on the map. Let's go carve out New Tachanka, huh?
That thing is huge.
How is there a fluorite? What? It's on the middle of a... That's not how mineral deposits work. This is a newly placed cliff they put in the last year, and the same fluorite you see everywhere else is somehow just sprouting out of the side of it. As a geologist, I'm offended. What in the world? Fluorite doesn't just grow out of the side of a space encampment thing in a year.
Pathfinder, I detect broken scavenger machinery ahead. Environment check. Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
What's going on here? He's gonna get backlogged with updates about my temperature and be repeating himself over himself. Alright. Yep, there's more. Oh, what's that? Oh, that's the quest I skipped on. Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever do that. Maybe there's some better context eventually for what the hell the guy wants, but in the moment it just seems like he's just some random asshole. It's like, hey, help us kill some guys, we want their stuff. I'm like, why would I help you? It's like, because we want their stuff. I'm like, that's not... You don't seem to understand what reasons are. Like, why would I just help you kill some dudes? Oh, there's a big... Okay, we need to go around it. Let's get some I almost said memory triggers.
Andromeda plan? Explorer? Farmer? Furrow dirt with raw scorn?
Always stuff to shoot. Anyone who says different is fooling themselves.
Nope, out of the zone now. Let's get ourselves some memory triggers. This one looks like it might be high up, apparently. Gehenna Valley.
Pathfinder, I detect scavenger constructs ahead. The ambient temperature is normal.
Another memory trigger?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Could these three be the last ones in the entire game? That'd be interesting.
Temperatures are within acceptable limits.
I might just prioritize grabbing these three for satisfaction's sake.
Activating automated forward station deployment.
I'm just gonna go ahead and grab these memory triggers.
Heat levels increasing.
It would be very nice to see that meter just fill up for good.
Mining zones in this region are available, Pathfinder. I've added them to your nav system.
It's below. It's probably in that cave.
Temperatures are within acceptable limits.
We need to get out of this heat zone.
Holy shit, shut up about temperatures. Everyone needs to shut up in this game right now. Now Ryder started talking about the temperature? That's not okay. That's too much. Have we reminded you in the last 10 seconds that this is a temperature? This is a level that is hot? Have you noticed that this blazing hot desert level is hot? What if we told you it was hot? No, seriously, bro. Bro. It starts to take me back into the territory of like, Noctis.
Pathfinder.
Another eidetic trigger, Sam?
Yes, though my memory array remains locked. Additional triggers are required.
Well, it's not very friendly down here, is it? Oh. Oop. Invalid target? Screw you. It's a gargantuan, super obvious target. fire combo because of Drac. Now it's going off. Man, those are some fast cooldowns now. Just getting faster and faster and faster. Hey, buddy. Alright, I should check what the local objective is, because apparently there's something like right here. I'm like standing in the middle of it. Oh, plant sample. Probably that thing. They don't really try to blend those at all, do they? Like, there's not like a local patch of like a whole bunch of that plant, or like this isn't like a local piece of the biome. Every time there's a specific plant you're collecting for that quest, it's like it's the only one that's ever existed in the entire universe, and it's right there. Which kind of defeats the purpose of taking a sample, because there's no more of them now. That was the only one, you got it! Is that the last memory trigger? I'm gonna grab that real quick. Is that lootable over there? Yep. Oh. Body. Salvage Team 13, the Vagabonds. Login, Pale Athos. Another one. How are these stasis lockers getting off the Ark? Oh, who cares? My people are here. They're alive. That means my clan, too. We'll all be back together soon. I suppose not technically salvage, since we brought this locker from a freelancer who we found wandering out here, pulling a sled full of finds. A strange fellow, human, but always wears a breather mask or helmet, even in atmosphere. Says his name is Baxter, I think. It's hard to tell when he mutters. Marcus says we could use more help. Caitlin doesn't want to keep Baxter around, but Marcus says he can butter her up. Dairy products now? Mammalian courtship is so odd. Oh.
You've got to wonder how all these personal lockers got off the Solarian Ark.
Someone could have popped a hole in the hull, but nah, doesn't seem likely.
So the message was not coming from a human. Was not obvious until he was confused by dairy products. Should I be investigating these caves a little bit more, perhaps? Yeah, you really don't need to attack me. Alright, well, that was a bad idea. Wow. That kind of thing's funny to me, because what it reveals is that they apparently didn't program that particular enemy to obey any level of physics. So if you hit it with any physics-related move, even if it's not supposed to be causing much damage, they instantly explode. So like, well, we can't have this enemy floating through the air, so I guess a singularity instantly kills it. Like, huh.
Temperature levels are climbing, Pathfinder.
Well, alrighty then.
Hey, Drac.
Yeah?
Don't go dying anytime soon, okay?
You got it.
Hey, they're becoming friends.
Environmental temperatures are within acceptable limits. Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Nope, we're out of the zone now. Going for a cruise. We're about to see a whole lot of progress bars fill up. Once and for all. The plant one, the mining one, the memory one, the final individual planet one, and so on. So that'll be satisfying. Whoa! Okay. You got some iron content on this planet? You don't say. I'm not used to seeing that meter fill up that much.
I detect above normal temperatures.
That's fine. Wait, which way am I facing? There we go. Is this the last one?
Looks like that was another memory gate, Sam.
And the last. However, a deeper level of encryption is in place. Unfortunately, the conditions to unlock it haven't yet been satisfied.
Well, let me know when that changes. No telling what Dad was up to.
Excuse me? You can fuck right off, Papa Pathfinder. This is some hot bullshit. You go through all these goddamn steps for a stupid, pointless, and very impossible to comprehend how it even was set up in the first place. Weird sightseeing tour to unlock family memories that I'm often there for, which makes them extra weird that I'm unlocking them. And oh god, I went through that wall. And just to add to that, when you finally get them all, some other requirement has to somehow happen.
What's the worst trouble you've ever been in, Drac?
Look around.
Really? You've been alive 1,400 years and this is the worst?
Trouble always feels worst when you're in it. Everything else is just a good story.
I gotta say, whatever that requirement turns out to be, that requirement better not turn out to be that my sister wakes up from a coma. If she wakes up from a coma and that's the trigger, then that's some bullshit, because he didn't even know that she was gonna be in a coma, because wait, no, never, oh yeah, he did, didn't he? I forgot about the timing. I forgot the order of sequence of events at the beginning of the game. That was a long time ago. That was 3 months ago. Holy crap. Even then, though, how the hell would he set that up in advance? Like, that's some weird prep work. He must have thought he would have been planning for his own death while he was on the first planet, Habitat 7. Which we haven't gone back to, huh? Are you even allowed to visit that place?